Hello everyone, welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. First of all, let me say something because I noticed on YouTube mainly, and I don't know if that's something related to YouTube only, but they claimed that my audio is not working well, or at least they can't hear me very clear. To be honest, I have checked everything here. I have checked my settings and everything works well. My volume, my mic volume is at maximum, so I can't do anything else. And hopefully you can manage that just raising your volume. Well, um, today it's going to be a very exciting day because today my friend Powell is going to talk, and as you can see, we have the FOMC statement today. We will talk about the Fed interest rate decision, and yeah, many obviously are expecting 50 BPS finally, and they are going to say 50 to 100, so that will be the next step, 1%. However, many are saying that's priced in already. I don't care because, in my opinion, you can't price in such moves because it's fundamental for the economy. It's just like saying, well, I don't know. It's priced in that the ship is going to sink, right? I don't know. It doesn't make the whole situation better. It just let you mm, move the market short term maybe up, but afterwards it's going to be only down. So people saying we will pump huge, like it will initiate the next bull run. I think these guys are totally wrong. But maybe I'm wrong. So we will see what the time or what the market will show us. Let us start as usual with the Wales ratio and what we can see here. Well, the Wales ratio, as you know, the 30 hours moving average was rising and reached very high level, and since then it's declining, indicating they are sending less bitcoins to the exchanges, and you can see that here very well as well. So still too high, but it's declining. At the same time, we can see here that the stablecoin reserves on exchanges was declining, and it looks like it's forming a little parabolic formation again, and the stablecoin supply is still declining. I mean, that's not bullish. I don't care what people say. Oh, Jesus, what's going? What's? Oh, my God, my mouse. It's killing me, really. Um, that's ultra bearish. That's They are sucking capital from the market. That's what it's saying here, right? So, and I mean, let us check just the USDC redeemed chart, for example. Oh, come on. Here, redeemed. And that matches very well. I mean, just like look at that. I mean, that's huge, people. That's really huge. I don't get that. That's really big. I mean, just in the last few days, if we take a look here, we did yesterday redeemed 730 millions in USDC, and just the day before, 1.1 billion US dollars. That's not bullish. The market is showing clearly in what conditions it is at the moment. So let us take a look to the flow chart related to the spot exchanges, if we can see anything there. And yeah, so what happened here? Well, today it's not looking that bad. I mean, it's almost the same level we had yesterday, I would say. Um, this morning we received 2000 Bitcoin, so almost 2500 Bitcoin in just 3 hours, and laid down another 2500 Bitcoins. Then here 1100 Bitcoins, 700 Bitcoins. I would say we received in the last 10 hours something like 7000 Bitcoins or something. Um, it's not clear for me if they just sold all of them. I have my doubts, but we need to see. However, let me check the stablecoin net flow chart. It's indicating they are taking profit. So we can see that here. We received stablecoins here. I guess they used them to pump up the price, but it wasn't that much. Even I mean the volume wasn't that big. In my opinion, it looks a little bit like a poor rally, poor quality rally. Describes very well a fake rally, but we need to see. And yeah, as you can see here, the stablecoins are more in negative side than a positive side, indicating they are taking profit. So let us see what's happening here. We are here today, May 4th. We can see the funding rate was declining. It's rising now. The same happened to the open interest, so more demand for shorts and declined then afterwards, I guess, because they have started to liquidate them and many of them took some profit and the open interest is rising again. While the leverage ratio, let me take another color to make it more clear, went up and it's declining right now. So at the moment it's looking, we received a lot of, or at least we placed more shorts than longs here in that area, and they have started to liquidate them. And since then, well, I mean, they are. It seems they liquidate them even more, and now they are. Yeah, I would say I don't know. It looks a little bit more neutral. I'm not really sure if we are right now placing more longs than shorts, but let us take a look to the flows. We can see here that yeah, we received a little bit more in stablecoins related to derivative exchanges and even Bitcoin. Not that big. Let us take a look. We are talking about here 190 million in, 120 million out, 110 million out, 90 million in, 130 million in, 50 million out. And if we check here, we received here 1,500 bitcoins, but 800 gone. Here 2,300 bitcoin in, 1,500 out. And here 2,300 bitcoins in and 2,800 out. Not that big. Not big gaps here. So we need to check the CBDs, what's happening there. Oh, wait. And of course, well, where's my mind today? Ah, what we can see here is it's changing a little bit. Not that big, but changing a little bit. Ah, Bitfinex. I don't care about Bitfinex. I don't care about BitMEX. But we still have more longs than shorts on Binance. But you remember, we had 800 millions in shorts yesterday. We received almost 350 million more shorts since yesterday. Now that's something very interesting. Also related to Ethereum, we can see Ethereum, Jesus, Bitfinex is here very bearish on Ethereum, while the opposite is happening to Binance. They are still more bullish than bearish, also related to Ethereum. BitMEX, I don't care. So it's going to be fun today. I'm not really sure what they are going to do. They tried several times now to retest 39,200 and failed. Just few minutes ago they did it and it looked very solid, but then the sell pressure starts to rise again, and now we are below 39.2 again. So it's going to be a very interesting to see if they can really go up. In my opinion, the max at the moment would be 40k just because the gamma call wall, and it would make sense because at least there the sell pressure should rise extremely, but we need to see. Yeah, everything depends on Powell at the moment. Okay, so also here, these guys were, you remember yesterday where I said, okay, we need to check, and I had said they will retest 39.2 just because of this short liquidation volume, and you can see it disappeared completely. And now, and that's amazing because big money is longing with low leverage because we didn't see that yesterday. So it seems they are placing longs with low leverage. Very interesting. And well, that shorts, I wouldn't say that's really, I don't know. That's tiny volume here. So if TX is on the bullish side at the moment, yeah. So let us take a look to the options. While we maintain, I mean, the 40k call wall, it's bigger than before, and the put wall at 38 is declining, and it seems also the 40k is rising at the moment. However, the 38 keeps being our put wall and 40k our call wall, and the GAX looks almost neutral. So we are still in plus. So we still have enough space to go down, but also to go up. So it's not really useful at the moment. But I have noticed something. 1,800 lots related to bull call spread. Okay. 680 bear call spread. Interesting. 475 short risk reversal. 375 short strangle. Oi, 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 oi. Now tell me it's short term, and that would be amazing. So let us check. 500,000, that's cool. Call calendar, also a 500,000. Okay. Something with millions. Wow. Short risk reversal, 700,000. Not millions, thousand. So I would say call calendar, full call spread, and let us take a look to short risk reversal. Let us take a look. Call calendar. Well, custom strategies, they both for today, yeah, but that was yesterday, so that's over. Oops. Call calendar. call calendar, wall, call calendar. Okay. Oh, what's happening here? Okay, that doesn't really look very bullish in my opinion. This guy is not expecting until end of May to see a price above of 40k at the moment. And he spent a lot of money more for to make this shift to the June expiry. Okay, that's not that bullish. Then let us take a look. That was call calendar now, and the next one is bull call spread. Bull call spread. Oh, okay. Okay, 40k is ringing instead of 41k, so 40k. Wow, is Inspo right? And we will retest 40k before we dump? That would be amazing. Yeah, that's always the same. It's the same guy it seems. And just to make it clear, he is paying a lot more in premium to make that. And we are talking about in 2 days. So he is expecting to see 40k very soon. It's always the same. Just here, yeah. Okay, also very interesting. Adjusting expectations. Also spending a lot more money. Just reducing the expectations from for 46k to 42k. So indicating he's not expecting a price above of 46k anymore, and he's spending more premium for that. That's not. It's bullish short term, of course, because we are trading at 39k at the moment, so it's indicating the max could be 42,500 or something, but it's not that bullish. And last but not least, let us check first short risk reversal. Short risk reversal. Okay. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, for June. That's June, 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 June. Okay, unfortunately, nicht. Nothing related to June. Let us check long strangle. No. Was long strangle. Buy, buy, buy. Volatility buy. 39k. Oh, interesting. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, those are interesting. That's volatility strategy. He's expecting something like 42 max. Oh no, I don't care about that one, but these two. 39k up and 37 down. That's not bullish. Do we have another one that would make sense to check? Custom strangle, short strangle maybe. I think it's the same. Here, short strangle. Oh, everything end of May, so nothing. Okay, so 40k and even 42k could be on the table. I think 40k is much more on the table than 42k, but also volatility. So Even if we go to 40K, it's possible that we dump afterwards. That's the summary of today's options analysis. So, and now to the CBDs. And that's a big problem for me at the moment because I don't know how to interpret that. I still missing some movements to the coin margin contracts. Usually they use them before they start to buy spot, but they are buying spot to drive a little bit the price action and at the same time stablecoin futures. And to be honest, they are buying big. It's not that low. I mean, we are talking about volume delta. Volume delta means it's just showing you that they are selling or buying more than, well, they are buying more than they are selling, for example, in or within a period of time, of bars, so candles or whatever. And if I check the aggregated spot CBD, let us take a look here. We are talking about 8,000 Bitcoin more purchased than sold from here to here. And we are talking about May 1st to today in just 3 days. That's a lot. And that's where I'm struggling now because now it depends who is buying that. We need to be very, very careful because one of the patterns of institutionals is to accumulate in sideway runs. They do that when they want to accumulate just before a bull run or a rally, but they also do that to prepare a dump. And that's really something that only institutionals do. And the question is if that's here related to big whales instead, not institutionals. We need to separate both. And big whales means I don't know, company X Y is going to buy a lot of Bitcoin because he believes that Bitcoin is going to start a new bull run. Then I would say that's ultra bullish. They are accumulating at the moment. I would like to see then stablecoin pushing the price down instead, but they are not doing that. And that's one sign where I say, that sounds like a fake. And that could be also triggered and driven by institutionals. If that's the case, we need to be very careful because they can pump up to 40K and then send the price down like a stone. And that's where I'm struggling at the moment because let us check. We can see Coinbase. Jesus, Coinbase is bullish. Wow. And to be honest, I'm at the moment bearish, but if I check that here, that looks bullish. At least these guys are accumulating in just few days a lot Bitcoin. They the chart there, the CBD is indicating a positive volume delta of 6,300 Bitcoin. That's a lot, to be honest. That's really a lot. So, but if these guys are institutionals and preparing a dump, it's going to be a big one. Bitfinex selling. FTX buying, but that's the USDT pair, not big volume. FOMC selling. Binance USDT buying, but we know that they like to use Binance because of its liquidity. So also here we need to be very careful what they are doing. And these guys just generated a positive volume delta of 3,700 Bitcoin. That's also a lot. Not huge, but a lot. So it depends who is buying at the moment, and I will tell you then what they are going to do. I try to figure out what's happening, and if I can find anything useful for us. I was checking a little bit the fund flows of different exchanges because sometimes you remember we had, let me disable Bitfinex, we had FTX, and FTX was almost very accurate, okay, just having big fund flows on tops. Or sometimes that looks here more the dip, also here, for example. But and afterwards we dumped. But since then, FTX fund flows is declining. So I was checking a little bit what is happening. Someone is moving the price at the moment, and I don't get who that is. That's Coinbase, for example. And even Coinbase, when it hits, for example, here, or yeah, well, I mean that looks like they pumped here, for example, and here that looks like they dumped instead. It looks like, at least, but no big activity. Gemini, well, they purchased, it seems, here at least, and they bought the dip here, and at the moment it seems they are buying as well. And we can see here Huobi. Well, Huobi, I mean, look at that. Since their China ban, it's over. Also here, Kraken, forget that. OKEX, nothing. But let us take a look to Bitfinex. And that's very interesting because the CBD of Bitfinex is not showing any big positive CBD. It's indicating they are selling. They have more selling volume than buy volume. And you remember last year in summer, I mean, Bitfinex was one of the main driver. And since then, they are really, yeah, they calmed down, it seems. We had here two relatively big fund flow, but now you can see that the fund flow is rising. And the first time at that level since last year in summer. And now the question is, and that's now my problem as well, because the CBD is declining. It looks like these guys are selling and maybe preparing something. So we need to be very careful because we also know Bitfinex and whales and institutionals. So if that's an indicator that Bitfinex whales are buying, that would be bullish. But if Bitfinex institutionals are selling, that would be a problem in my opinion. And at the moment, it's not really clear. But because just if we take a look to Bitfinex, and Bitfinex is absolutely not bullish at all. And so we really need to see what's going to happen next. Let us check the exchange walls and maybe we can try to make a conclusion for today. So we have here Coinbase at the moment. Coinbase, in my opinion, what they are doing here is a little bit of spoofing. They reinforce their wall at 35K. You are not doing that if you are not expecting something. And you remember option trading for the next 2 days, some of them expecting even as one scenario to see a price below 36K. So be very careful. Okay? They tried several times, just different, just to cross the 39.2, and they did it just yeah, short term, and you see afterwards the price is declining again. So Deribit, very interesting what Deribit is doing here. Didn't see that since a long, long time. Mm, at the moment, looks like they are holding the price in a range, but it looks more bearish to me. At least they don't want to see a price above a 42K. Okay, and if we check, we are talking about 1.5 million, 2.2, 1.5, 1.6, 1.6, I don't know, 10 million, 12 millions, I don't know. But we can see there are moving something. Binance Spot, a lot, but nothing big. Bitfinex, we still have that cluster. We tested that cluster. Afterwards, we lifted up. FTX Perp, also FTX, it's still limiting the way up. They let the price go up a little bit more, but it seems they don't have any interest at the moment to let the price go up above a 41.4. That's very interesting because FTX is one of these who are buying, at least based on the CBD. BitMEX, nothing. Let's check Bybit. I never check Bybit. What is that here? Ah, Kraken. Well, nothing big. Just here at 35 again. Bybit. Now, Binance Futures, and let us take a look what Binance Futures is doing. First of all, they have started to set a wall here. They, as you can see here, they opened here, so they have started to open, so they let the price go up. They let a hole here as well. So that looks at least like an invitation. And at the moment at least, they are limiting the price here. That's 38K. Yeah, 38K, 38,200. Okay. The next wall would be at 40,500 and the next one 41.5. That's what Binance is doing, and everything else. The next wall 36K, and that's it. So let us take a look to Bitfinex derivatives, nothing, and FTX spot. I'm not sure, but it looks like they are placing a wall at 40,700 with 200 Bitcoin. Nothing big, absolutely nothing big, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. So for me, is Binance is still the big one. So let us go and talk about my personal conclusion. So let us talk about my personal conclusion. We are going to make that very quick now, okay? Because we still have the same levels we had before. We have our main POC here, main POC, okay? That's where the whole liquidity is. That's the main POC. We have another POC here, as you can see. Okay, we stayed here very long at 38.5, and 38.5 is for me still the key level. We need to see what's happening here, and they got rejected several times now, and afterwards we went down. We crossed, we had our breakout at 38.5, but every time we did that, they pushed the price afterwards up because they knew what's going to happen if they allow to let the price go up. Take a look to this candle. Take a look to this candle. Okay? What they are doing, it's, it, I mean, retest, high volume, retest, high volume, retest, high volume. That's, in my opinion, indicating really that just few are playing here, and that's not bullish at all. And they got rejected every time, every time. So, in my opinion, we have maybe three scenarios, taking into account all information we got today. Okay, let us make a little summary. Wealth ratio is at the moment declining, but they sent a lot of Bitcoin. The flows activities on spot exchanges also indicating almost 7,000 bitcoins on the table. We don't know how many of these 7,000 are still on exchanges waiting. We don't know, and how much more are arriving. We know that option trading bulls there are adjusting a little bit their bullish sentiment, so they are reducing their calls and shifting to 40k calls. So indicating for them 40k is the expected next level. That with bullish in a bullish scenario. Then we have seen some volatility strategies indicating 40k and 37k or 42k to 36k, indicating they could expect in an action of volatility that the price go up to 42k or go below 36k. And that's something we should take into account. So we have 40k here and we have 42k here. Okay. So in my opinion, everything depends a little bit what the Fed is going to announce today, but I can imagine that's the most realistic scenario for me. It doesn't matter what the Fed is going to mention, they will push up first. And that's my opinion. Okay? Maybe in the next 1 hour we are going to push a little bit more up, use that, such like to bounce. Then Powell is going to talk blah 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 blah, and the price will go up. Retest that area here of 40,500. We will maintain a little bit here. People will say, ooh, that looks bullish. Let me place high leverage long. And afterwards, we will dump. And we will dump. We will make here a little bit retrace. Go down again. Make such kind, what they did here, for example. Okay? So, yeah, I don't know. Make such kind. And then go down. That's, in my opinion, the most realistic scenario. But if the Fed is going to, I don't know, just to make an announcement that's really bullish, for example, I don't know, that would be, I don't, in my opinion, not really very bullish, because whatever the Fed is going to do, it will have consequences. Um, so they say the inflation is not that bad, guys. Come on. So we are not going to raise the interest rates now. Maybe in 3 months again. And then it's possible that we go up to 42k. But even then, it seems that even the bulls related to options are not expecting a bull run afterwards. Just a short-term rally to 42k, maybe just to distribute here, and then afterwards, well, as we know, just decline a little bit, go up again, and then more down with dead cat bounces, for example. That would be the very bullish, short-term bullish scenario. And, well, I mean, if they are going and surprise us with some such kind of very bearish thing, maybe we just go down from here out. That would be the third one, but in my opinion, the most realistic one is to test that area here, go up, test, and go down afterwards. But I wanna see such kind of move then. Okay, only if I see such kind of move, I would say that's okay. But then I don't want to see that candle. it's just down then. And that's something that could happen. Okay, so if we go down below 38.5, it's possible that we bounce here again, we retest, we fail, we go down, and then I'm not expecting another bounce, then we go down. And if we lose that area, the pace will rise. It will be, in my opinion, maybe such kind of capitulation dump. So be very careful. That's it for today. Hopefully it was useful for you and you enjoyed. And hopefully this time the volume was okay for you. I tried just to yell a little bit. So we will see us tomorrow. Trade carefully. As soon as I find anything that could be helpful for us, I will tweet about that, of course. But I'm trading today as well. I'm shorting at the moment, and I will add more to my shorts. Maybe I'm totally wrong, and they will liquidate me. But taking into account all the information, also the data we have detected in the last few days, in my opinion, down only. Maybe up to 40, maximum 42K, and then down. Be very careful, guys. So, big love, your Inspo. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.